The National Data Guardian for Health and Care and Understanding Patient Data commissioned 3 online dialogues to explore what constitutes public benefit when health and adult social care data are used for purposes beyond care. We're inviting you to share your views, your preferences, your attitudes, and any difficulties you have around this subject.
So I just think that there's a switch in our head. We hear the word data and we think, oh, how boring.
I really didn't know much about this at all to start with. I was a bit worried.
To be honest, I don't even really think about this sort of thing.
The National Data Guardian is a role that was created to be an advocate for patients and the public about how their health and social care data is used. There needs to be a public benefit where this kind of data is being used. What we needed to do was to define public benefit better, more consistently, so that the range of organisations who are making decisions and assessments of public benefit can do that in a consistent manner and a way that we know is in line with what the public wants.
On the face of it, it can seem kind of fairly clear, but actually it's a really kind of deep matter, actually.
Even if it's helpful for one single life, I would consider it as a public benefit.
I think it's worked very well online.
It's good and it's really inclusive as well.
When you look in the Zoom meeting, you can see that it's such a broad spectrum of people, different groups and different parts of society represented.
Something that a lot of people have mentioned is transparency, and I think it would be definitely good to have really as much of that as possible, because I think it's when these things aren't talked about and aren't shared clearly at every possible stage of the way that people really start to worry and start to feel that there's something underhand or scary or sinister going on here.
I didn't realise there were so many different bodies looking at the same sort of areas. I obviously assumed, probably like most people, that data resources came under just a general rule anyway.
So this isn't selling of data, nor even careless giving it away. Rather, it's the careful use to try and improve all of our lives.
I liked the fact that we all sat and listened, and then we could all interact and ask him questions.
We, as an organisation, want to be improving health and care by funding innovative analyses and doing kind of cutting edge stuff. But sometimes it's the cutting edge stuff that you can't necessarily prove that there's going to be a benefit. It's novel. It's the first time someone's doing it.
I think we've come a long way from that first actual session whereby none of us really knew what the heck we were talking about.
The need for there to be oversight into information sharing, data sharing, that kind of thing.
Clear, transparent and accessible guidance.
I want this to lead for people to be more open-minded about data being shared, and obviously hopefully they can use the data to do good things with it in the future.
Knowing that our kind of opinions have been listened to and that they will be kind of used for the wider purpose, and that we can kind of hopefully in the future maybe even see them in action.
More research is more access to data, which is beneficial. I think a lot of it has public benefit.
I have a lot invested in the hope that there may be a cure for my condition. It's a progressive neurodegenerative condition, so therefore it's something that would, any progress with that would help millions of people around the world.
In terms of patient data and health and care data, there's huge potential to be able to develop new research, to find new treatments using the data that we're collecting in care. But this has got to be done in a way that is trustworthy, that you as an individual and as a member of society feel you can have confidence that this data is being used well.
We've set you a really, really difficult challenge. It's not an easy question. It's quite abstract in some ways, and I think you've really, really risen to it. So we're going to go through in a lot of detail in what you're telling us to then draw up some guidance. So the guidance that we think data assessors need and data applicants need